Bill W. and Dr. Bob is a story of the founding of Alcoholics Anonymous by these two guys, Bill Wilson and Dr. Bob Smith. Bill Wilson in this show is before the founding of AA. He was a very successful stockbroker in the late 20s. When the stock market crashed in 29, he went with the crash, became a very heavy drinker and very despondent and he ended up homeless for a couple of years. And the play itself is a hugely emotional journey for both characters, for Bill W. and for Dr. Bob. It really takes you on some high highs and some low lows. So, you know, it works well because it's a wonderful story. A friend of mine described it as a real meat and potatoes play, and that's what it is. It's, you know, I wouldn't say we're breaking any new ground, but everyone who sees it is so moved by it because it's a really beautiful, very touching story. I think it speaks to two groups. It obviously speaks to people who are directly affected by alcohol, whether they're in recovery themselves or have a family member. But I think it also speaks to a much more general theater-going audience because really, how many people have not been affected in some way by the disease of alcoholism, whether it is a family member or a friend or someone outside of their circle. So it really carries a great message, and I think it touches a lot of different people. I think it really touches a lot of people, and they're caught off guard by how sort of remarkable this story really is. We have had audiences that have howled. You would think it was a Neil Simon comedy. I mean, we have people screaming and howling with laughter because there are some incredibly funny moments, which makes the gravitas of the situation that much more powerful when you realize that these men, especially and their wives, lived through this with such a great sense of grace and humor. But I think the thing that people would be most surprised about is it's not this depressing play about alcoholism at all. Even though that's at the core of it, there's an incredible amount of humor in the show.